The European Union and other parts of the world are confronted with a public health crisis due to the spread of the coronavirus. Our healthcare system is under huge pressure. Therefore, member states have taken strong measures to slow down the spread of the virus. These measures are effective only when they are coordinated. And this is why we present today guidelines on border measures. We have two work strands. On one hand, we need to protect people from the spread of the virus. And at the same time, we have to make sure that we maintain the flow of goods. It is vital to keep the mobility sector going in order to ensure economic continuity. So therefore, we propose so-called green lanes, fast lanes, to give priority to essential transport like medical goods, perishable goods, notably food and emergency services. But we need to do more to reduce the huge pressure on our healthcare system. Here in Europe, we are heavily affected by the virus. And we know that everything that reduces social interaction also reduces the speed of the spread of the virus. The less travel, the more we can contain the virus. Therefore, as I have just informed our G7 partners, I propose to the heads of state and government to introduce temporary restriction on non-essential travel to the European Union. These travel restrictions should be in place for an initial period of 30 days, which can be prolonged as necessary. There are exemptions: long-term residents in the European Union, family members of European Union nationals, and diplomats would also be exempted from the restriction. Essential staff such as doctors, nurses, care workers, researchers and experts that help address the coronavirus should continue to be allowed in the European Union. People transporting goods are exempted too. Why that? Well, because the flow of goods to the European Union must continue to secure the supply of goods, including essential items such as medicines, but also food and components that our factories need. And frontier workers who legally commute across the border from neighboring countries should be let in too. To be effective, the restriction would need to be applied also by the 4 Schengen-associated states. And on the economic front, I'm discussing today with the G7 leaders measures to support the economy. On our side, we will develop a temporary framework for state aid for all member states. This would allow the provision of state aid at unprecedented levels. It would enable businesses access to liquidity for the coming months, and there's much more to come.